Nevada County. I'm back in the political correspondent seat, this time for a monthly segment, and it's great to be back. My first act as rebooted political correspondent happens to be to give you a piece on a quintessential political institution. Of course, I'm talking about elections. I know you all have Tuesday, June 7th circled in bold red, bold blue, bold purple, or whatever color catches your attention for a landmark political day, because Tuesday, June 7th is the day that states across our great nation hold their statewide primary elections. And on that day, we, here in Nevada County, will vote on stuff at the state, county, and city levels. Several county office terms have come to a crossroads. The county assessor, auditor-controller, clerk, recorder, registrar of voters, very meta, district attorney, sheriff, superintendent of schools, treasurer, tax collector, and the office I'm going to discuss today, the county supervisors for districts 3 and 4. The District 3 supervisor represents, roughly speaking, incorporated Grass Valley, and the current supervisor is Dan Miller. District 4 is, roughly, Penn Valley and North San Juan, and the sitting supervisor is Sue Hook. If you are interested in running to replace either of these supervisors, unfortunately the deadline to file candidacy was March 11th, so you missed it. But the deadline to file as a write-in candidate is May 24th. The candidates who filed by the deadline for District 3 do not include Dan Miller, who is retiring. Running to replace him, in alphabetical order by last name, are business owner and teacher Valentina Masters, retired escrow officer Patty Ingram Spencer, and retired business owner Lisa Swarthout. And for District 4, Calvin Clark, who didn't list an occupation, and incumbent Sue Hook are running. If you'd like to hear from the candidates, you're in luck. The League of Women Voters is holding a candidate forum for the supervisorial candidates on Tuesday, April 19th at 6 p.m. You can catch it live or recorded here on Nevada County Media, or you can attend the event, yes, in person at the Root Center in the county chambers. At this time, masks are not required for the in-person event, but civility definitely is. The League maintains a strictly neutral setting for the candidates to answer audience questions, so leave campaign or partisan materials at home. Of course, I can't discuss the county supervisor's election without mentioning the recall attempt that is currently underway against all 5 sitting supes. The proponents of the recall include District 4 candidate Calvin Clark. As justification for the recall, they called out mask mandates, lockdown periods, not reopening fast enough, not firing staff, vaccine requirements, and voting to have code compliance use drones to inspect properties otherwise inaccessible. The process was initiated last year, and on January 31st of this year, recall supporters' petition to begin the recall process was approved, and we are now in what is called the circulation period. That is the 120-day space of time in which the approved petitions need to be signed by at least 20% of the registered voters from each supervisor's respective district in order to get the recalls on the June 7th ballot. So, if a petition is turned in by May 31st and the elections office validates that the 20% threshold was reached or surpassed, the petition will be accepted for filing and the signatures will go through verification. Once that happens, the election office would certify the results to the board at its next regular meeting. If they can't verify enough signatures, they'd verify that as its own result and notify the recall proponents. Let's say the petitions are submitted and the signatures are verified and certified at the 20% threshold. This procedure is actually set at the state level. Next, the board will have 14 days to issue an order stating that election will be held to determine whether the officer, or in this case possibly the officers, named in the petition should be recalled. If the board doesn't issue the order, the county elections official shall have 5 more days to set the election date. An election would then follow not less than 88 nor more than 125 days after the issuance of the order. So the recall election would happen, if it happens, after the June primary, but before the general election in November. Meet me at the crossroads. Okay, after I After all, talking politics must be serious. For more details on the June 7th election, visit mynevadacounty.com and select Elections under Departments category. For details on the League of Women Voters forums being held for the supervisor's primary election and other offices up for primary election on June 7th, visit www.lwvwnc.org. And if you have any feedback on this piece, please email me at ncnpolitics@gmail.com. It has been my privilege to bring you a brief piece on a local political issue. Remember, when it comes to politics, if you're not at the table, you might be on the menu. Thanks for staying informed, Nevada County.